Hello guys, welcome to this video. And I'm recording this video because most of my videos are in Czech language, and many people were asking me about video with Getrekt in English, so especially the review video. When you are kinda in the leadership of the cheat or whatever, it wouldn't be like fair to actually review the cheat, so I would call this like the showcase of Getrekt. We can show like what features Getrekt have, and you can judge it or you can try it yourself. I would start with this. Getrekt is legit cheat. That means it has kinda everything that you need for legit gameplay. It's not rage cheat, so it's not for HVH. That means that you can find here stuff like movement, grenade helpers. I mean, you can find kinda everything for legit, and I think we can start. We can skip the rage, because rage isn't really much. Only thing I would focus on is here anti-aim. So you get legit anti-aim, you got option for static and balance one. I am sure that most of the community knows what I'm talking about. You get here like dashing, show dashing around. That means you will see like where is your anti-aim, and you have auto direction. That means, for example, when you're going here, it will be to the right side because it will hide your head behind the wall. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so this is rage, legit. So in legit you get more options. You can create. I would suggest to anyone to create your own sections, because you can like use standard sections, which is like rifles and stuff, but it's better to like create sections yourself, which means you can just, you know, you can here on the right side will be all the guns, and you can create any section and, for example, call it like retard or whatever you want, you know. Call it just what it is. So for example, like I would call it air raid, you know. And now, because I'm using the same settings for deagle and air raid, I would just put it here, and I can put it in air raid. So now there is a new section created, and as you can see, you can set all stuff for each weapon differently, which is kind of good. But I think most of the legit cheats have this feature or whatever, so it's not really like something very special. Here in the aimbot you can just set most of the things, and I think most of the people understand, so I'm just gonna go through and you can watch. Okay, yeah, so I decided to show you something. For example, draw FOV function. That means here on the players, not like around your crosshair, you will see their FOV. That means like, and as you can see, when you are going closer, it's getting bigger. That's kind of normal thing as well, because it's distance based FOV. That means like it changes based on your distance to your enemy. Next up, we got some silent FOV. We got things like quick peek, which I can show you, but I think that's again the feature that most of you know. So when you start quick peek, you will see this little circle on the ground, as you can see. And when you quick peek, that means it will go as fast as possible back when you peek somebody. So it will do this, as you can see. So that's it, that's quick peek. All other options are pretty self-explanatory. There is a facet. That means you can play on the facet without clean anti-cheat. You can play with server-side anti-cheat, is undetected there. You can as well set your RCS. For example, on Deagle I don't use RCS for sure, but for example for the rifles or semi-rifles you can set your RCS. You can set your smooth for RCS, so that means like how strict it's going to be. You can set your FOV for RCS. That means when you are shooting, the FOV is going to change. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. P-silent. Delays. Alright, about delays, you get like target delay switch. That means when you kill someone, it will wait, for example, 1 second. It's in milliseconds. You can set as well a first bullet delay, so that's how long it's gonna wait for the first bullet. Non-stick aim, that means like for how long time it's gonna lock, for when it's going to release, and when it's going to react, like when it's going to start aiming for the enemy. So this is legit. This is legit section. I think, yeah, you know, you get a knife, but you get a trigger bar as well, and you get magnet trigger. I can show you what is magnet trigger. Magnet trigger basically means I don't even need to aim on him. I just press the button and it will kill him. So okay, so magnet trigger is basically aimbot connected with trigger board, and it's pretty good when you're playing some legit HVH. It's decent. Okay, so we can continue. So this is about trigger board. You can set some, you know, hitboxes, some checks for the smokes, jump check and stuff. You can set kill stop. You can even set like RCS when you're using trigger board. And when you're going to use that, it won't use your default RCS, but it will use the RCS you choose here. So that can be useful when you're using, for example, like when you're trying to spray somehow with deagle or whatever. So that's about Legitbot. That's it, guys. Here in visuals, we get more stuff here. You got some preview. We got some preview here, but we are going to update the preview, which I mean we are going to have like actual 3D player here really soon. It's actually already in the beta version, but right now I'm showing the current versions for all the users. So that's how it looks. And you can change the colors for sure. You can change you can even like copy the colors and use the same colors for all the stuff you want. That's pretty much up to you. You can really change a lot in your visuals. I would say most of the Getrekt users would agree with me, because you really can do a lot of stuff in here. Even for example, this is pretty normal. You can use text only, which I'm using because it's kind of minimalistic and I like that. But you can use, for example, left, you know. You can even use it on right, but that feels, I don't know, it feels strange for me. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right on the right side, so I would use it on the left, or maybe you can use it like down. You know, you can change it how you want and how you prefer it to be, you know. You can set animate HP. That means when I'm going to shoot him, you see how it's like the animation of that bar, so that's pretty normal as well. Okay, we got shared ESP. What is shared ESP? That's, for example, if you know cheats like GameSense, or I don't really know any more cheats that has it, but I'm sure that there are cheats that have this feature. So shared DSP means when your player, for example, on the B side will see now players, and he's going to have the same cheat, so that means Getrekt, you will see them as well. Shared DSP, I think it's pretty nice feature, and when you are going to play in the team, it's really useful, because when we are playing in full team, and we basically see the whole map, which is pretty useful. Sound DSP, so sound DSP, that means when I'm going to use bot mimic, I'm pretty sure you know this. You can change the colors, you can even change the stuff like distortion and stuff, so you can do it like that. Wait, I didn't really change it right. You see? And I can change the width. I would use like this. And you can see it looks like some, how is it called? Lightning or whatever. Yeah, it looks like lightning. You can change the colors as well, so I can choose it, for example, like pinkish. See? I can use like this. Yeah, so it looks kind of cool. There is sound visuals. That means when I'm going to use it, I will not see the ESP. As you can see, I don't see the ESP. You see, I don't see them. They disappear. Once I hear them, I see them again. Now there is some delay and I don't hear them, so I don't see them. And once I hear them again, I see them again. So that's how it works. I think most of the people understand this feature, and I think it's pretty useful as well, because basically you will just see your enemies when you actually hear them, which can be useful in legit gameplay. Crosshair, you can use a recall crosshair, like that's that green dot you see on my screen. I'm going to turn off bot mimic so they won't shoot me. And as you can see, that green thing, and you can even choose like recoil, you can even choose like spread. You can choose whatever you want. And yeah, you can even use recoil default crosshair, which means like you see my own crosshair is going like that, but I prefer to use this small recoil dot. Next up, you got like things like dropped weapons and etc. So that means like I can change it as well. I can change the colors, I can change everything. I can even use like animation. So as you can see, they're like floating or whatever. It looks good. I think it's not bad. You can set like text, you know, so I see AVP. You can set like icons, you can use like 3D boxes, you can set up like circle, and you can even animate a circle, so that means it looks like this. Gems, so here you can change a lot. You can change, for example, you know, you can change the type of the gems, you can use like normal texture or whatever, but right now I'm using %, so it doesn't really matter. When I turn off that, you will see this is the perfect gems, it's called. This is normal textured gems. I really like to use perfect gems. I really like them. I don't know why. I just enjoy these gems, and I recently enjoyed these a lot. So you can change even how they look behind the wall. You know, they are right now they are black. Right now they are person. You can set even like, you know, the glow, for example. You know what it is. What it is like. If I turn off the % and I make the glow bigger, like I will turn on the glow. You see the glow, right? That's this red thing, so that's the glow. Yeah, you can pretty much play a lot with that. And here we got other section in the visuals, so that's like no, for example, FPS boost, so that means it's going to raise your FPS a bit. You got backtrack gems here, and that's pretty cool, I would say, because you can, for example, now when I'm going to use bot mimic 1, you see the stuff behind them, so I can change it. Start is white, so I can start white. I can start to like some pink color, you know, pink color, and the end I would say I would use like blue. So let's see. You see now it's like pretty nice transition between blue and pink. So I can even set like, I don't know, like some nicer pink like this and some nice blue like this. You see? So it's starting with the pink and it's ending with the blue. So that's how I set it up. You can even change whatever you want. You can change it. Then we get colored world and colored sky. I'm pretty sure you know what is that. Like you can change, you know, the colors of the world around you. So you can kind of make it nicer. You can change the colors. You can make them black. You can set the night mode. Yeah, you know, you can do whatever you want. So that's how it looks like. Here is some stuff about things like, you know, view model. So I can change view model like this, whatever I want, pretty much. Damage indicator, bullet tracer, and etc. So now we go to the misc. I'm going to be really fast here. So fast stop, I'm sure you know what is that. Show competitive ranks. I don't even need to mention that. Spectator list. Overwatch revealer, that means you can watch the Overwatch and you will see the names of the players, etc. How to accept engine render, I'm sure you know what is that. Run boost, that means for some people it's like the grief feature. Grief feature means that like you can kick players with it. It means you jump on the top of the head some guy and you can just bend it and it will automatically predict his movement and you will walk on his head. You can set some spam, you can write what you want to spam, you can auto invite all the recent people you played with and the Getrekt users. Rank changer, you can pretty much change your rank to whatever you want. So if I press refresh, I'm global elite now with 600 wins. As well, we get a movement recorder, and this is kind of big feature, so I'm going to stay with here a little bit just to show you what it can do. So what is movement recorder? It basically records your movement. You can do stuff like this, for example, then. And thanks to our new upgrade, which means a starting angle mode and unlock view angles, you can even move when you recorded something. So, you know, for example, I will show you the example of recording some movement, okay? I will show you, for example, here. I will record the mid jump, okay? So all you need to do is going to here. I will bend my record button. I will use my jump back, and maybe I could use auto duck, but I don't think I need that. And I will record this jump. Okay, so I jumped it and I recorded it. So that means now it's called temp, which means like it's not saved yet. I need to go here. You will see the map which you have here. All your config will be here, and it's called by the map. So I'm on the Mirage, and the last jump I jumped is called temp. You know, you see that. So if you want to save it, you can just rename it and call it, for example, cool temp bro. And now if I want to play it, I can just, you know, use this. I'm going to set play and bend my play button, and now you can just play it. You know, you can just play it, you know. And I saved this jump, so now I don't need to really jump it myself. I just replay it, you know. So I can even do it like all over again and again and again. Like for example this one, this is 5 times mid, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so as you can see, you can pretty much record anything. It's not that hard. Okay. You know, you can really play anything. Like you can just start in a position, and yep, I'm here. You know. So that's how it works. That's how it works, and this is movement recorder. You can just jump anything, record it, and replay it anytime during the matchmaking, during the game. And yeah, so that's how it can be useful, and it's pretty fast, as you can see, because for example I have for AK-47, I recorded here for the AK-47, so I'm just going to go here, and yeah, I just jumped it with AK-47 without really even trying to do that, because it just replayed that for me, the jump, you know. So yeah, that's how it works. I think you can find much more stuff about this feature, but I would recommend to, you know, find out yourself, because this feature is pretty big, as you can see. As well, you can like copy your jump in the clipboard and you can share it with anyone. That means like if you just wanna, for example, send someone this jump called Palace, you will click, you know, you will click down here, copy to clipboard, and now you will send it to somebody and he will click import to clipboard. And as you can see down here, it already added the Palace, so I will remove it. And yeah, so that's how it works. This is movement recorder. Here, next up, there is a movement section. This is a whole section for the movement, by the way. We get bunny hop, auto stray, which is pretty good actually. We compared it to the most of the cheats with the speed and stuff, and as you can see, it has like stable 288. This is the speed when I touch the ground. This is not the speed when in the fastest speed in the air. I'm sure you understand that. So that's pretty decent, I would say. As well, we get jump back. So I already showed you jump back, like on this jump on the mid, you know, pretty easy. So as well, we get like auto duck. That means it ducks for you, and this thing that can actually help you to land some, just because it's actually ducks once it's possible, and it knows better than you. I'm sure this feature knows better than you when to crouch. You know, it's pretty useful, because thanks to this, you can pretty much jump hard, really long jumps without problem. So that's auto duck. Here is a fake angle. Fake angle means like fake backwards, fake sideways. I think like there is a cheats like Interium, they have this feature. So you can bind this to, for example, G. And as you can see on my screen already, you will see like the angle that I have, the current angle. You know, right now I have 180. You can see that on the middle of my screen. As you can see from the third person, I'm actually backwards, but I can see forward. So that means you can play, you know, you can jump around like this without problems. You are going backwards, boy. Now you are going backwards. That means that you're actually all the people, you know, they just saw you jump the fucking mid jump backwards without a problem, and you are backwards. You can even set like sideways. That's all about the angle. So 90 is sideways, as you can see. That's sideways. For example, I can set any angle without losing speed. I can set, for example, 45. That's like, you know, onto this. I can set even second side, so I can set like minus 90. That's, you know, different side. Minus 90, and as you can see, the indicator shows you even the side, so you know the side where you are. So I just jump this sideways. Okay, next up you get edge jump assist, and that's stuff that helps, you know, to land some edge bugs. I can show you the edge bug, for example, on this replay, because we get like multiple edge bugs on here. It's pretty fun. That was edge bug. That was edge bug. Yeah, so that's how it looks. It helps you to land the edge bug. Like it actually helps you. The cams. What is cams? You know, they can actually like help you to see behind you, you know. So I can actually right now I'm jumping and I see behind myself. So this is mirror cam. We get map overview. Map overview means that I can see the map, you know. I will make it bigger and I will go, for example, you know, whatever, wherever. It even changes, you know, where you need to. And it actually shows the real players. As you can see, here you can draw player models. As you can see, it's actually like a drone flying in the sky, and you can see the bot. So when I kill the bot, I can even make it like closer, and I can change the ESP size. Like that means the icons, you know, the red dots on them. Disable props, so I can disable all the props in that. So for example, when I kill this guy, you're actually going to see him die. Yeah, and when I, you know, yeah, when I aim to his AK, you actually see it moving, as well as when I kill this guy and his AK. So yeah, that's how the map overview function works. You get enemy player view, which means like you can see the player that is watching at you from the position, like, and you know, when I kill him, you will just see him die. Yeah, so that's how it works. And he see me, as you can see. Hello, that's me, guys. So yeah, this is enemy player view. Next feature is grenade helper, and this is pretty decent, and I think it's really important for the legit cheat to have decent grenade helper. So for example, whatever, what can I smoke? For example, I will smoke like here CT or whatever, you know. You can aim and it will do everything for you. It will jump for you, it will walk for you, or whatever you need. So I jumped CT, I smoked CT. I can even like do Molotov, so you know, we will just watch there, play. It walks for me. I didn't walk. It's auto walks for you, as you can see. I just aim at it. It walks as you need, and it throws the molly. So you can even do that with really hard mollies, like this smoke. This is, I think this is window, so that should land in the window. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how grenade helper works. You can add any grenade whenever you want. So you can choose like aim smooth. Aim smooth is how fast it's going to aim, you know, to there. And you can even change like FOV. So if you don't want to aim it from here, you just, you know, you make your FOV like bigger. And when actually you are there, it shows you this. When I will make a bigger FOV. Okay, so you see, it goes from here already, like here. But I think the lower FOV the better, like it looks much more legit. So yeah, that's about the grenade helper. I can add everything in section by called adding. I can, for example, call it retarded, and you can even like add like one ways and stuff. So I'm going to put smoke in my hand. It will auto detect my smoke or whatever I'm, you know, holding in my hand, and it will auto detect the map. So I will just press add, and as you can see, it's already there. I accidentally throw that, but as you can see, I just go there and it throws it. And it's really good for like the mollies and stuff like this, because this molly is not really easy to, you know, to land every time when you're legit. So for example, these are pretty good, and it works like 100%, so you never miss your shot. So that's about this one. And you get a translator here. That means you can, for example, your whatever you're writing to, you know, like to African, Albanian, whatever you want, like the languages that are here, that's most of the languages. So you can translate, and you can translate anything that somebody's writing. Okay, so you know, you can translate, for example, to Russian. I will translate myself to Russian. So hello, how are you? Where are you from? Retard. You know, so it translates my messages right away. So that's about a translator. Now we get a Skinchanger. Skinchanger is Skinchanger. I don't need to explain much, but it's pretty decent. So you can use a preview. So that means you will see here what kind of stuff I'm, you know, changing. And it has like, you don't need to force full update every time. It has like this, you know, pretty nice updating without needing first update. It's just update your HUD. Playerlist. Okay, what about the playlist? I think this is really cool feature that Getrekt has, and most of the cheats they don't. And I think that's important for the legit players, because sometimes you just want to, you know, you want to add some player to your records and you want to check on him later, whatever. You can check his stats and things about him. So we gonna see what you can do here. You can steal the name. If this is me, so I can just reset my name. We can steal the clan tag. It will even steal the clan tags like GameSense, and it will, you know, mimic it. You can kick the player, for example, from your team. You can just kick it from the menu. You can visit the profile. So right now the, you know, the stuff open, but I'm recording CSGO, so you can see that. You can add a friend, which will add a friend to the Getrekt club here. And here, as you can see, it already added me. When you enable your custom friend list, you can just you see this is custom friend list, so it will add all the Getrekt members and people that you added here. So I think that's kind of cool. There is a chat and online users as well, so you can lobby invite them. And here is a changelog. Okay, so about the all info, you will see this info about every player. You will see his name. You will see his server ID, you will see his Team46 ID, you will see his Steam ID, Steam level, his real name if he has any name, CSGO hours, when his account got created, where he is, like, you know, I'm catwalk right now, so if I'm going to like go here, right now I'm in a sniper nest or whatever that is, like right now I should be in jungle, so yeah, I'm in the jungle. Can't comment, yeah, that's info about the player. If I can comment someone profile and etc. This community ban, if I was ever banned, is known cheater. If it's a cheater, like from the Getrekt, you will see it here. You will see his Getrekt, if it's Getrekt user, his name and his UID. If you enjoy the movement a lot, I would use this cheat. I would recommend it, but it's pretty much up to you to test this. You can ask the people who actually used Getrekt before, because I think most of the people that are using Getrekt are happy with it, and yeah, I think those movement features are pretty good, and overall it's pretty decent legit cheat. So yeah, that's about the Getrekt. I hope you enjoyed my review. I hope you like this. If you like the video, please like it, you can share it, you can check the Getrekt, and yeah, see you in some next video. But most likely I won't record next video in English again. I just did this for you guys because you actually want me to record some video in English. So yeah, see ya, have a nice day.